In 1708, there was strong governmental control of the church and a low tolerance for religious diversity in Europe. Nevertheless, there were religious dissenters who lived their faith in spite of the threat of persecution. Some of these dissenters found refuge in the town of Schwarzenau, Germany. Among them was Alexander Mack, a miller who had been influenced by both Pietism and Anabaptism. In August of 1708, 5 men and 3 women gathered at the Eder River in Schwarzenau for baptism, which was an illegal act since all had been baptized as infants. An anonymous member of the group first baptized Alexander Mack. He in turn baptized the other 7. This new group simply called themselves Brethren. Though the early Brethren shared many beliefs with other Protestants, a number of issues separated them from the church state. Relying on the New Testament as their guide, these men and women believed that Jesus had intended for his followers a different kind of life, one based on peaceful actions, plain and compassionate living, and a shared search for truth. They also shared their faith enthusiastically with others, sending evangelists to other parts of Germany and Switzerland and the Netherlands. In 1719, there was growing persecution and economic hardship. As a result, Brethren began emigrating to North America under the leadership of Peter Becker. The first congregation in the New World was organized in 1723 at Germantown, Pennsylvania. By 1740, most Brethren had left Europe. In the mid-late 1700s, the Germantown congregation sent missionaries to rural areas around Philadelphia. These missionaries preached and baptized and started new congregations. Their zeal, honesty, and hard work drew many new members into the Brethren faith community, and new congregations were formed in New Jersey, Maryland, and Virginia. In 1825, the Meadow Branch Body of Christ began from the parent church of Pipe Creek Congregation, which was the first Brethren church in Maryland. The early services alternated every 8 weeks between the home of Christian Royer in Bachman's Valley and the David Rupp home at Meadow Branch. Following the preaching services, many of the folks stayed for a noon meal. In 1847, the first Meadow Branch Church building was built. The land for the meeting house and for the cemetery was donated by Peter Royer and John Rupp, co-jointly. Then in 1876, the Meadow Branch Stone Church was made larger, with a long stone addition added. In 1880, a Sunday school movement began in the interest of Christian education, and on March 29, 1881, a Sunday school was organized in the Meadow Branch House. On February 14, 1891, Meadow Branch Church was incorporated under the laws of Maryland. In 1908, the German Baptist Brethren officially changed their name to the Church of the Brethren. In 1914, the entire old stone church of Meadow Branch was torn down and the stone was used for the foundation of the present brick church. In 1921, a daily vacation Bible school began at Meadow Branch. In 1955, a Sunday school wing was added onto the brick church building. During the 20th century, the Church of the Brethren, including Meadow Branch, began focusing on educating its young people by developing Sunday schools, camping, and youth programs, strengthening its emphasis on service, missions, and peacemaking, increasing its ecumenical involvement, and developing a new denominational structure. The Brethren began mission partnerships in India, China, Nigeria, Ecuador, Sudan, South Korea, and more recently in Brazil and the Dominican Republic. Meadow Branch also supported missionaries in several of these countries. Mission staff and Brethren volunteer service workers were assigned throughout the United States and more than a dozen countries around the world. During the 1900s, the following new places of worship were begun or influenced by Meadow Branch Church of the Brethren and have since developed into organized churches. Fulton Avenue, now First Church of Baltimore, Long Green Valley, Reisterstown, and Westminster. Meadow Branch also assisted in the development of the Woodbury congregation when they purchased a church for their congregation. While times have changed in the 21st century, Meadow Branch continues to maintain the basic beliefs of the first brethren through compassionate living, a shared search for truth, a desire to share our faith enthusiastically, and continuing the work of Jesus in our neighborhoods and in the world.